Netanyahu says the prisoner grape video on which Israeli soldiers were sexually assaulting Palestinian prisoners can be seen cause enormous reputational damage to Israel. An investigation is needed. By the way, he's not saying investigate the soldiers who did that, and I'll explain why in a second. He's saying investigate how this could have happened. How could you have leaked our enhanced interrogation methods? The Israeli major general who leaked the video clips has gone missing. A search is underway after contact with her was lost early this morning, local time. An alleged unaliving note was found at her home. I don't know if you guys caught this story, but Netanyahu did something that I never really imagined any world leader would ever do. And he admitted what the largest public relations attack against the state of Israel was, the most damaging in his opinion. He's basically saying, like, look, you guys got us there. This was a major propaganda victory for our opposition. And this was a huge PR attack against the state of Israel, which was very effective. He's basically admitting defeat here. He's not admitting wrong. He's not admitting that this was indication of some sort of guilt. He's just saying, like, look, they outmaneuvered us. This was a PR attack against us, and we need to do better. We need to do better than this in the future. You might be wondering what exactly he's referring to. What exactly is the most disastrous PR crisis in Israel's history that he is referring to? And that is none other than this right here. I'm not going to play the video for obvious reasons, but this is when the IDF soldiers, they sexually assaulted a Palestinian prisoner while he was detained in prison, blindfolded. Netanyahu calls Palestinian prisoner abuse leak worst PR crisis in Israel's history. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the leak of footage showing ostensible abuse of a Palestinian prisoner at Sde Timon caused enormous reputational damage to Israel, to the IDF, and to our soldiers. It is perhaps the most serious public relations attack Israel has experienced since its founding. I cannot recall one so concentrated and intense, he added, calling for an independent and impartial inquiry. The remarks came after military advocate Major General Yifat Tomer Yerushalmi resigned Thursday, admitting she had leaked the 2024 video. I mean, he's describing this absolute horrific event as some sort of a PR attack against the state of Israel, as if like Iranian agents and spies had launched some sort of successful, propaganda campaign amongst U.S. citizens, as if like, the state of Iran bought TV slots at the Super Bowl showcasing some fake Israeli AI crimes that everyone believed. It's just so insane the way that he described it. Yes, your soldiers, your IDF soldiers got caught graping a Palestinian prisoner. It was on the CCTV footage. Everyone saw it. This is not some sort of an attack against you. This is everyone seeing Israel and the IDF for what it is and saying, oh my God, that is one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen in my entire life. A blindfolded prisoner who looks like he's starving, getting assaulted by a group of IDF soldiers. And if this is one time they caught it on video, okay, I mean, there's many more times that this is obviously happening. There's a well-documented history from Palestinian political prisoners of Israeli, security personnel doing this while they are in prisons inside of Israel, okay? Now, what's so interesting about this story is not only was the military advocate who leaked this video forced to resign, also, this military advocate has seemingly gone missing. Yes, the Israeli major general who leaked the video clips has gone missing. A search is underway after contact with her was lost early this morning, local time. An alleged unaliving note was found at her home. As they say, Israel is upholding Western values. These are just Western values, you guys. So they publicly came out and named this woman. Now she's missing, and allegedly there is an unaliving note left at her home, and they can't find her. Netanyahu says the prisoner grape video on which Israeli soldiers were sexually assaulting Palestinian prisoners can be seen cause enormous reputational damage to Israel. An investigation is needed. By the way, he's not saying investigate the soldiers who did that. And I'll explain why in a second. He's saying investigate how this could have happened. How could you have leaked our enhanced interrogation methods? How do we know that he's not saying investigate the soldiers who did this? Because the soldiers who did this just appeared before the press in Israel in masks, and they were, celebrated by the Israeli state media apparatus, saying, "We will win. We will get our justice." Israeli troops who did this to the Palestinian prisoners and were caught on camera appeared en masse before the media. At a tense press conference, several Israeli reservists who abused a Palestinian detainee at the detention camp showed up wearing face masks alongside their lawyers. The Israeli soldiers, they were chanting, "We will win," bragging that they are still free. Meanwhile, the military prosecutor who dared to investigate them after pressure by Netanyahu, the defense minister and the army chief, was detained and fired after leaking the videos to the media and attempting unaliving during their press event. They're firing people for trying to prosecute this. Apparently, people are getting disappeared for putting this information out there. Netanyahu describes this as the most serious PR attack against their country and all the history since 1948. Now, the question then becomes, how are we going to fix this issue? If you're Netanyahu, if you're Israel, how are they going to fix this issue? Well, they're a great idea to fix this issue, correct the public record, show the world that Israel's not this, torture center that does this to their prisoners, and to make the world know that this will never happen again is moving to legalize state executions of Palestinians. Israel's National Security Committee has approved a bill mandating the death penalty for any Palestinian convicted of unaliving an Israeli, clearing it for a Knesset vote. The bill bans commutation of the sentence. So, if they go in the prisons and they say, well, we know that we're holding you here for waving a Palestinian flag. You know that, right? Yes, I understand that. I understand I'm being detained for years for waving a Palestinian flag. Well, it turns out we also think that you are responsible for unaliving an Israeli citizen. There's this unsolved, unaliving investigation from 30 years ago. We think you're responsible. So now we are going to execute you. That's what's going to happen, right? Netanyahu's hostage coordinator, Gal Hirsch, reversed his opposition, stating, "The reality has changed after captives were free. He had earlier warned it could endanger their lives." It also lowers the judicial threshold for execution, allowing death sentences by simple majority, not requiring unanimity. Israeli military courts already convict some 99.7% of Palestinians they try. Got to get those extra 0.3%. Can't allow them to escape the death penalty in the state of Israel. So that's how they're going to fix this PR scandal. It's just, I guess, execute them. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.